This morning, Metro Police now say a man shot and killed by officers on I65 did not have a gun on him when he pulled his hand out of his pocket during a standoff yesterday afternoon. They also released body camera footage of what happened before 37-year-old Landon Eastep died. News Channel 5's Aaron Cantrell has been covering this for us all morning long, live from Metro Police headquarters. So, Aaron, what led to them firing multiple shots?
Well, Ben, police tell us that the suspect had a box cutter in his left hand, and then he had his right hand in his pocket. They say he made a quick motion and they saw some sort of silver shiny object, and that's when they opened fire on him. In fact, take a listen to the moments before those shots were fired.
Look, I don't have a damn vest on, and I still stopped at the interstate because I want you to go home today. I don't want you to end up dead inside interstate. Nobody wants that. This folks right here, they got kids in the cars. Look at that, kids over there just sitting by. Don't give them that show, brother.
Now, police have since told us that object was not a firearm. Now, that was the voice of an off-duty Mount Juliet officer who was driving with his family when he saw a trooper talking with Eastep and pulled over to help. Now, this all went down yesterday around 2 p.m. The TBI reports a trooper saw Eastep on the shoulder of Interstate 65. The trooper stopped to talk with him, and as the exchange escalated, Eastep produced a box cutter. Now, soon after, an off-duty Mount Juliet police officer stopped, along with backup officers from Metro Police and THP. After about 30 minutes of trying to get him to drop the weapon and take his other hand out of his pocket, police say Eastep abruptly pulled his hand out while holding an object. Here are those moments.
Come on, brother, just drop the knife. Get your hand out of your pocket. If that's a gun, what you got in there, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you, Landon. Come on, brother, just drop it. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you want to do the right thing here, and this is your chance. Landon, come on, brother. Landon, please, brother, don't do it. Don't do it. No, no, no. No, Landon.
Now, you see in this angle from another body camera, Eastep pulled his hand out of his pocket, and police say his stance mimicked the way someone would point a gun. Now, because of the man's quick movement and officers not knowing what the object was, that's why police say the group of 9 officers shot and killed him. Now, the TBI has taken over the...
Thank you for watching another episode of Make It Make Sense. I am your host, JC Shigog. What we have here is a perfect example of right versus legal. What's right isn't always legal, and what's legal isn't always right. Now, this is really a standard use of force situation. Anytime someone presents themselves to be threatening, to have a weapon, especially against law enforcement, then law enforcement can utilize deadly force. Now, there was a period when they was trying to talk him down, and they kept telling him not to pull anything out of his pockets. Even though he had he presented a knife and he had one hand in his pocket, he was instructed not to pull anything out of his pocket. Well, he did it so quickly, and like they said, he assumed an aggressive posture, would mimic a shooting posture, and then they shot him. Now, this is a standard operating practice in law enforcement under deadly force. So what we have here is a lot of people who are looking at this like, couldn't they have done something else? And to answer your question, yes, they could have done something else. As you can see, all of that room that they cordoned off in order to keep traffic away from him in case it was a gun, they could have used some cars, some police cars, law enforcement cars as barricades. This is what we learned overseas, this is what we teach overseas to the law enforcement officers in situations like this. In my mind, in my opinion, this person was an EDP. He was an emotionally disturbed person. And therefore, anytime somebody bring a knife to a gunfight, especially on the side of the road, something has got to be going on or off in his mental. So, to me, he should have been treated like an EDP. I'm sure that there are available tools other than verbal de-escalation. Pepper spray, taser. Tasers can reach up to 15 and even sometimes 20 feet in order to disable a person. But in this particular situation, the only de-escalation method was verbal. When we start valuing life, situations like this will be different. But when life is just a check box, when life is just a check in a box, then this is the result. This is the result is going to happen. When we start caring and valuing life more as protectors, because sometimes you have to protect people from themselves, and killing them isn't always the answer. So when we come together and be able to change these type of protocols, be able to influence the higher ups to use other methods other than deadly force, then I believe we will be a lot better off as a society. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions, please place your questions in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you all the next time. Until then, peace or victory.